Thank you for joining me today on Paint a Beautiful Picture. This is episode number 160, entitled God Moments. I saw a movie yesterday, and in it, these people were discussing unexpected moments. One was a negative one because this guy had been in a severe car accident, radically changed everything about his life and his career, and he was not happy about this unexpected moment. The young woman had some great unexpected moments in that she was able to start taking care of this guy and doing physical therapy with him. And because he was pretty rich and famous and wanted out of the public eye, he was doing it on a pretty exotic island far, far away from the regular world. So for her, her unexpected moment was pretty great in that she got to go somewhere beautiful and awesome and work with a person she would have never imagined being able to work with. Some unexpected things are amazing, and some of them are amazingly traumatic, tragic, and difficult. But I think that all of those things are actually God moments. In today's world, I read a recent study. Even people who go to church don't believe in a powerful God, a God who is able or interested in interacting in the lives of men and women. What a sad viewpoint. And, in my estimation, what a tragic and inaccurate one. In fact, like any good, loving, caring father, God is very, very interested and very involved in our lives. Even estranged children still have a father who cares about them. So whether you walk with God on a daily basis, or you are far from Him, or couldn't care less about Him, or don't even believe that He's real, it doesn't change one thing about Him and how He feels about you. Just like me. You could watch this video and go, I think that's just a talking head. I'm not even sure that's a real person. Let me assure you, I am entirely real. I have lived a really exciting, thrilling, crazy, adventuresome life. And I'm thankful to have done that. Whether or not you think I'm real, I still am. And that's what you have to know. Whether or not you think God is real, He is. He's right there. And your belief or lack of belief doesn't change who He is. It does make a difference in your life, though. When you recognize that the good things are the great benefit or love of God coming your way, whether or not you deserve them, just because He is kind and He is good, that's a great beginning. When you look up into the sky at night and you see the stars, and they are always on the same path, they are in the same place. You can see the Great Dipper, you can see Cassiopeia, you can see Orion. Yeah, they're right there, night after night after night. That's how dependable and reliable and faithful God really is. That is His goodness. When the sun comes up in the east every single morning and goes down in the west, and it does so in an orderly manner, that really is the goodness and the kindness of God. Those are all God moments. I went outside the other night with an elderly friend that I've been looking after, and we watched the sunset. We literally saw the clouds over in the east with the reflective light turning beautiful shades of pink and crimson, and watched the sunset as it was so beautifully orange and dark, dark pink and golden. And I said to her, every single morning and every single night, God paints the most amazing pictures in the sky, and hardly anyone ever stops to look. It's not like a Renoir or a Van Gogh somewhere in a museum that you have to go specifically to look, maybe even get on a plane to go and look at it. All you have to do is look out your window or walk out your door for 10 minutes at the right time of day, and you have the opportunity to see the beauty and wonder of God displayed as He's showing you in a God moment that He loves you and He's thinking about you. If you listen to the birds sing, watch the butterflies flutter over the flowers, go to a lovely garden, or just drive down the road and see an amazing crepe myrtle in bloom, or in the autumn, see all the autumnal colors, orange, red, shades of green, gold, even that gorgeous burgundy color on the maples. All of those are God moments. He's showing you things about Himself. The difficulty for us, I think, is in the harder God moments. When we get hurt, we get sick, tragedy comes, and we think, where was God? God was there. God doesn't cause trouble for us. We often cause trouble for ourselves. Others cause trouble for us. Certainly, sin in this world has caused a great deal of trouble and difficulty. Some guy walks into a school and shoots little children. That's not the government, and it's not the gun. It's the guy with evil in his heart who decides he's going to hurt and kill innocent people. And it is a great tragedy. And where was God? God was there. Those are God moments too. If we really learn to look past what is so horrible to the good that sometimes comes from it, and the reality that even in the worst possible situation, God is present with us to bring us peace and bring us comfort if we will allow it to happen. You ever tried to pick up a kid who's really fighting with something and he's thrashing around and he's just going kind of wild? It's very hard to hold on to him. In fact, sometimes when he starts punching you in the face or kicking you in the stomach, it's about impossible. It isn't that God doesn't want to hold on to you in those difficult moments. Sometimes it's that we are thrashing so hard that it's challenging for Him to do it. The great news is He never lets go. We might not be aware of His arms around us, but they always are. And in the great moments, when we fall in love, when we have a great opportunity that we never expected, when we have the option of showing kindness, simple kindness to somebody, those are God moments too. I was in the store again with this elderly lady that I'm helping to take care of now. And we were checking out. She always carries chocolate bars in her purse, just little ones. And there was a little girl there with her dad, a little Latina girl, and just jabbering away to her dad. Yo hablo en español. I can speak a little Spanish, so I understood what they were saying to each other. And he was telling her how he was really sorry that he forgot to get her candy. And this was self-checkout, so it's not like the regular checkout where they have all this junk in your face that you can get driven crazy by your kids about because they want it, they want it, they want it, or you want it. And my friend walked up to this little girl and she said, "Would you like a candy bar?" And I asked the dad, was it okay? He said, "Absolutely." So she gave this candy bar to this little girl. Oh my gracious. This little girl's face just lit up. She was so excited. And she just starts telling her dad and saying thank you to my friend. You may not think of that as a God moment. It was just a simple candy bar. I recognized that as a God moment. This little girl who had been a good girl at the store, like her dad had asked and really had cooperated, and her dad had promised her something that he had frankly forgotten. But my friend stepped in and was able to share a candy bar with this sweet little girl. And it was wonderful. It brightened up all of our days. And that really was a God moment. If you're walking down the street and you see someone who's kind of down in the dumps and you can really tell they're having a challenging day, it takes very little to walk up to them and say, "Wow, I really like your shirt. It's very attractive on you." Or, "You just have the loveliest eyes." And the simplest comment can really bring someone's soul and even their countenance to life. They can put a spring in their step. and feel better about themselves because, oh my goodness, someone noticed me and someone spoke kindly to me. Those are God moments. When your child is having a really tough time, and you want to yell and scream and lose your cool because you're over it and you had a bad day too. Instead, you were patient with him and gracious. Put your arm around him and say, you know, even when you're having a really bad day, I just think you're the greatest kid. And I'm the luckiest mom in the world to be your mom. That's a God moment. We allow God to live in us. For those of you who do claim to be a believer in Jesus Christ and walk with God, I want to ask you a question. Every single day, are you looking for God moments? Because if you are not, if you're so busy, you're so distracted, you're so self-consumed that you're missing those, then you're not living a very full life. And I want to challenge you. Start looking for God moments. My challenge question for you today is this. When was the last time I noticed God? When was it? Did you notice him this morning when you got up and heard the song of birds? Did you notice him yesterday when your kid got a home run and he was so excited when he reached home plate? Yes! And all of his team was screaming. Did you notice? Did you notice when you got into a car accident last week? And though it really tore up the vehicle, nobody got hurt? Did you notice? And tonight, when you lie down to go to sleep and you're really tired, you just like can't hardly stand it, but you look back over the day and realize that in spite of the troubles and the frustrations and the challenges, that it really was a good day. Can you just appreciate the beauty of some of those God moments? I really hope and pray that you can. It's been so good to have you with me today. I will look forward to seeing you again soon on Paint a Beautiful Picture. You may find additional information on our paintabeautifulpicture.com website. Additionally, you may watch me on Rumble, and you may also listen to a podcast on Buzzsprout or Spreaker, all under the name Paint a Beautiful Picture. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. You may subscribe, and if you are interested in receiving notifications, please hit the notifications button.